And before, this was all wet over here. That was all wet. That was all puddled up inside of there. Nothing. I mean, that's just left over from before. It's a little, you can see there's a very, very slight leak right there. But it's like minuscule, but that's a leak. So the blow-by totally stopped, which is amazing. It worked. And I could, as I use it more and get more miles on it, it's even gonna get in better condition than it is now. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get, because this has got Baisley valves in it, and they need, they're too big for the stock pistons. They got to be notched. Very, very small amount. But you can use an S&S 1250 kit, which has pistons that are notched for larger valves up to 2 inches. And but you can't bore it out anymore. You're stuck. That's it one time, and it's 10.3 to 1. I don't like that. It's a little. You can run like 92 octane gas all the time, which I run anyway. But I'm gonna do. I was looking around. I said the only solution I got is to get some standard sized jugs. I'm making them from drag specialties. And I'm gonna get Keith Black pistons, and they already have the pistons notched for oversized valves, and they're supposed to be better than stock. And then you can still bore them out 10 over, 20 over, and all that stuff. I hope the rods and nothing's loose down there in the bottom end. I don't think so. I think this is probably because I used to do a lot of really short trips with it. Because the bottom end it doesn't have that many miles on it. So you know, I just think it wore out from a lot of cold driving trips. You know, because the cylinders in the Harley are designed to, I forgot, they change shape when they warm up. And when they're warmed up, they're like perfect. Like you gotta like, I know you gotta hone them with like a load on them or something. And I don't know, there's all this, they basically work best when it's all warmed up. So if you got a bike that you just put a lot of highway miles on, it lasts a million years. But if you use a lot of short trips, it's not going to last as long for like the pistons. So I'm going to get like one jug 1 month, and the next month I'll get the next jug. Then I'll get the Keith Black pistons. I'll fit the rings on there and everything, check all the clearances. But for now, this might actually last under 20,000 miles like this easy with this engine restore. So I used the V8 engine restore, the can for V8, and I put a half a can. So that's like, you know, we got 3 quarts in this thing. The V8 engine's got, you know, 5 or 6 quarts. So I figure half a can of V8, you know, whatever the hell. Or maybe like the whole 4-cylinder formula or something to put in this thing. But it seemed to work very, very well. It's a little quieter. It seems a little smoother. So, you know, there's nothing different about a Harley Davidson that's so freaking different that you can't use engine restore additive in it. I don't know. To me, it worked great. So that's at 64 miles now. And before when I used to run 60 miles or so, I'd definitely see oil splashed on the side. And I was like wondering where it's coming from. I was suspecting a breather. But just the stuff I used, the 8-cylinder formula, half a can. And you know what? I got the 35 micron filter in it. I'll show you. So I got the 35 micron filter in there, which is like a reusable filter. So, you know, that engine restore stuff easily passed through the 10 micron filter. Doesn't clog at all. The only time you don't want to use that is if your engine has sludged up. It's sludged up a lot and the oil passages are, you know, narrow because of sludge. The other thing is, many years ago, you see this oil pressure gauge? I got an oil pressure gauge on my bike because we had oil pump problems way back in 1992, and to make sure I always got pressure, you know, this is the thing is the bike does have good oil pressure, so that's kind of telling me maybe hopefully the only issue is the pistons themselves and the cylinders. These cylinders are already 20 over. So I think it's possible to find 30 over pistons, but they're kind of hard to find. And it might not clean up with 30 over too, who the hell knows. So I'm going with brand new jugs. I'll just get one jug one month, one jug the next month, and then get the pistons, and then fit the rings in the cylinders, put the, do the ring gaps, check all the clearances, and then install the rings on the pistons, have them all ready. Keep them inside the house so nothing freaking rust up or anything. And then I don't know, I mean, this thing just might run like this indefinitely, but I can always, what I'll do is every oil change, every 3,000 miles, I'll take apart that filter and we'll see if there's any metal in there. So I'll keep a good eye on it with the oil pressure and checking the filter. But I don't know, it just might run for freaking years like this. That engine restore, nobody, I looked all over the place, I never heard anybody use it on a Harley. But what's so freaking different? I mean, it's an engine, is an engine. I mean, this aluminum comes from the same mines. I mean, you know what I mean. The Harley Davidson factory doesn't even make these parts, they assemble them, right? You know what I mean? What is so intricately or intrinsically different about this motor than every other motor in the freaking world? That engine restore won't work on it. Now I know I hear the shit about it clogs your oil filter, but if that's the case, it doesn't. But that's a 35 micron oil filter. It's designed for these older bikes. It passes the oil through real easy. It definitely doesn't even clog a 10 micron paper filter. It definitely doesn't do that either. But it has done a great job on this was all puddled up before. I mean, you can see a little bit in there, but that's just caked up junk from before, like down in there. It used to come out there, that was filled up, and you'd see this oil here, oil up here, because there's the breather right there. It would go on the bottom of the air cleaner. The bottom of the air cleaner would be all wet, and this would be dripping. That would be dripping. You see oil here, and you see all oil puddle down there. I don't see none of that stuff. That's that junk. Those two drops there, that's old stuff. That's from way before. That's really old. See. So I don't know. Looks like it's 100 times improved, man. Can't say that shit don't work, man. It does work. What do you say there, Starlit Goldie and Onyx? We got that problem all fixed. Where's the Leo, man? I don't know where he's at. He's around here somewhere, right? We got the black and the orange and the gray. Leo's orange and white.